Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. I just wanted to hop on here and speak on this week's revelation, to speak on this week's progress, this week's evolving, this week's growing, developing. It has been a great week. Great week. Challenges. Overall, a great week. So, I'm just gonna hop right in for this video. My very first point from this week's revelation is connection and relationship. Learning, discerning, and establishing the right connections, the right relationships. As I've grown and as I'm growing, there are different people that I have come across whom normally I would not connect with, but because I'm evolving and because I'm changing, my perspective is changing, my mindset is changing, I am seeing people in a new light, in a different light. And so I'm seeing value in people that I haven't seen value in before. I'm seeing value in what I am observing through my life experiences. And so the value that I see in the people that I'm surrounded by, the people that are entering my life, the people that I am meeting, the people that I have met, understanding the value that they're bringing to me and the value that I bring to them has been very pivotal for me, for my growth and for my development. And so, stemming back to my first point, connecting to the right relationships, connecting to the right people has been, for an example, to give you an example of that, if my perspective shifts from how I view people or scenarios from a negative light to a positive light, or let's see, more specific. So if I see someone and they speak well, they look well, they everything about them is well, and I connect with this person, or I'm just observing them, not even connecting at this point. I'm observing this person or people. It could be a group of people, and I see these things. I may say, okay, yeah, oh wow, they're very positive. But it's the moment that I begin to interact with these people or with this person that allows me to see another perspective, a new perspective, versus people are just people and people live their life and people go on and about their business or whatever it is. And so my interaction with them is like an ebb and flow. Or not an ebb and flow, it's like I give, it's received. They give, it's received. And I'm learning new things. And I'm grasping on new things. And I am allowing what I am receiving to be a tool. To be a tool that I can put before me to challenge me. To challenge where I am currently, because I've identified my location. To challenge where I'm going, and to invoke and provoke the results that I desire to see. And so for this particular example, as I am interacting with these people and I see, hey, that's similar to me, or hey, that's similar to the way that I think, the way that I do things, you know, they're on the path that I am on. And as I interact with these people, I'm understanding that their goals and objectives are the same as my goals, as my objectives. And so that's what I mean by connecting with the right people, connecting with right relationships, in right relationships. And so for my second point, the people that I'm connected with, the healthy people that I was just talking about, to connect the point 1 to point 2, they are also a mirror of me. Because we have similar, or could be the same goals, because we have similar or like goals, they are now a mirror to me in my process. And it's a beautiful thing. It can be daunting, it can be trying, it can be hard if I focus on the wrong thing, if I place my focus on the wrong thing. And so, you know, for my second point, the mirroring of healthy relationships is basically being my raw self, my raw state, in my bare essence, are not even to that point yet, not even that far in a relationship. Because if it's a brand new relationship, for me personally, I give a little bit, a leeway of just a little bit of vulnerability, something surface level. And what they do with what I give determines how much more I give, determines how we interact, determines what is spoken. And so if it is healthy, then it will continue. As it continues, there are going to be things and issues and life experiences that happen. And as these life experiences happen, and as we continue to vocalize and interact and speak about these different life issues, not only do they mirror where I am, because the same way that I'm honest with myself, I'm honest about them. I'm honest about what I see in them, whether it's right or whether it's wrong, or whether it's something that's critique or whether it's something that is affirming. Whatever it is being spoken. because we have now determined at this point in the relationship that we are building each other up, we are edifying each other, and the communication there's no offense, there's learning. So if there's disagreement, if there is an issue that is not fully agreed upon, we exploring it to find out, okay, well, what's the disconnect? And actively listening to see, okay, where is your perspective on this? How did you get to this perspective? What is it that you are, what is it that you're speaking from? What is it that you're saying that drives this point in? And if when it's spoken and I hear it and I'm actively listening and I agree, all right, it's a perspective of where I'm going, then I let loose of what I used to think, and now I'm embracing the new perspective, because it's healthy, because I'm bearing it against truth. I'm weighing it against truth. I'm weighing it against what I know to be true for myself, for my own values, for my own beliefs. I'm weighing it against that. And so if it resonates with my truth, with my beliefs, with my values, with what I hold up high as a standard, then I'm embracing it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I never thought about it that way. For an example, that type of conversation. And so the mirror that is held up in this relationship is just through conversation, through the way that they live their lives, through the way that they communicate, through the way that they are evolving. Because every relationship that I'm speaking about, that I was speaking about in the first point, it's assumed that these people are evolving, that these people are continually growing, they're continually gaining knowledge, gaining wisdom, exercising wisdom. They're continually learning about themselves and others and the world around them and where they fit in all of this. And so for my third point, as these mirror images come up, my evolution has been confronting what I see. Face to face, confronting. If it's good, okay. If it's not good, okay. Confronting it either way. Especially if it's not good, especially if it's an area where I can come up, where I know that this can be changed, where I know that this is not permanent. I'm dealing with it. I'm getting wisdom. I'm getting knowledge on how to deal with it. How to deal with it. And that's through the word, that's through prayer, that's through conversation, it's a number of different factors that all go into that. But the main point of it all is being honest with myself, being honest with where I truly am, being honest with how I truly am viewing something, or have the perspective that I have on it, or that I had on it. And understanding that if this is my belief now, if this is my value now, if this is my perspective now, I want to hold on to this. I want to lean towards this. I want to lean into this as a new truth. I want to establish it as a new truth. And I want to relinquish the old. And in order to do that, this is the process that I went through. Vocalizing what was a fallacy. Communicating, talking about it, getting it out in the open. Once it's out in the open, talking it through, walking it through. Because sometimes when things that we think about in our head are just things that we think about in our head, they're thoughts. But when those thoughts are vocalized, when they're heard with the ears, it's a little bit different. Sometimes I've had a lot of experiences like that where I would think something, but when I said it out of my mouth, I was like, oh yeah, that's not right. Oh man, yeah, where did that come from? That type of experience. And so once it's spoken, once it's communicated, understanding what it takes, getting understanding, getting knowledge, getting wisdom is the principal thing. So I have to, no matter what, get wisdom. Wisdom shows me how to exert the knowledge that I'm getting, how to apply what I've been learning, how to put it into action. Once that wisdom has been exerted, it helps me to establish the new truth. The new truth of whatever point or whatever it is that is unfamiliar and that is new, but I know that it needs to be embraced. I know that it's something that I need in this place in my life. And so that is the gist of today's video for this week's evolving, developing, growing, maturing. And the main point of all of this is allowing myself to be seen by others, not fearful of what they may see, not fearful of what they may say when they see me, but understanding I've already been seen by God, and I understand my flaws, I understand my shortcomings, I understand where I am and the work that needs to be done moving forward. I understand that I'm already accepted. I understand that I'm already loved. I understand that I'm already received. I understand that there's a place that I already fit in, a mode that I already fit in, that God has placed me in, and connecting with like-minded people, connecting with people that have this same mind, connecting with people that think this same way, that receive this same truth. And so yeah, that's today's video. A summation of all 3 points is basically allowing myself to be seen. Allowing myself to be seen, allowing myself to be heard, not fearful of criticism, of judgment, of any of those things. Because when I choose wisely, when I choose healthy relationships, our people, our groups, our individuals, there is growth. The outcome of it all is growth. The outcome of it all is evolution. Because in the midst of these relationships, there's conviction. In the midst of these relationships, truth is exposed. In the midst of these relationships, I'm challenged. I'm challenged to let go of what was, to embrace what is, and what I know I need to change. The areas that I know that I need to change. The mindset, the place in which I have my mind set, understanding that needs to change. Seeing it clearly. And that what really drives the nail in the coffin is the confirmation that comes. The things that are not voiced, the things that are voiced in private conversation, the things that are voiced through my own prayer time, my secret prayer time, just me and God alone. That when I come into these relationships, when I come into these spaces and vocalize, not particularly what we discussed in my private time, but surface level, that there's a confirmation of the direction. There's a confirmation of the instructions. There's a confirmation of my current state. And so, yep, that's the gist of today's video. Allowing myself to be seen, allowing myself to be heard, to open up this space even broader, even wider for evolution. Confess your faults one to another so that you may be healed. How beautiful it is for brethren to dwell together in love. It's a must. It's always been designed for us to be a body, for us to connect with each other. And sometimes we connect with the wrong relationship, the wrong people, the wrong whatever it is. But when it becomes healthy, when you get in the right relationship, when you get in the right spaces, there is an exponential growth, like almost like multiplication, like back to back to back to back. And so, yep, that's the gist of today's video. I just wanted to leave you all with that. There is power in leaning all the way, because what I did was I leaned all the way into that truth, that I am seen, that I am heard, that I am loved, that I am received, that I am accepted, that I am chosen. Leaning into that is to trust people, is to trust others, not everybody, the ones that I have discerned that are for this season, this time in my life. And so, yep, have a wonderfully, wonderfully beautiful day, morning, evening, night, whenever you catch this video, whenever you watch this video. Be beautiful.